these three very strong ogres and then get zappers with his BM, which was windwalked right here, and try and destroy these towers. He doesn't want this expo up, obviously, because it gives Sky huge economic advantage and even more map control. It looks like he's putting up a second barrack, so we are gonna see rifles, I believe, combined with this blacksmith. That's odd. I would expect casters. I'm gonna be kind of disappointed if he doesn't go casters. That's what I've wanted this whole time. But we'll see what happens. It looks like he's just creeping this this shop that's right outside his base. He does get, let's see, what did he get? A ring of regeneration. Very good drop in my opinion. I believe it's underrated in that people sell it a lot of the time, but it gives so much health over time. You can't really tell right now because he has a solve on, but even when combined with a solve, it's so powerful. 2 hit points per second doesn't sound like a lot, but it really adds up over time. And you can see he's getting a demolisher out, but it looks like it's straight over here, and that can be bad because Mountain King can in fact bash a demolisher even though it is mechanical. That's something I never really understood, but that's how the game works, I guess. And anyway, I believe he went demolishers in anticipation of casters, which I believe I would have done as well, because I wouldn't expect him to go dual racks, and he's pumping out rifles, you can see here. Or maybe he just went fast demolisher to push at this expo, which he is doing right now. He has 2 raiders out as well. Looks like I was incorrect on guessing for those wind riders, but that's not an uncommon strategy as well. Looks like he's going to be aggroing these ogres, and will they attack the expo? That is the question. No, it does not look like they would, but if the ogre lord were to shockwave, it looks like the tower did in fact hit the ogre lord, and we could see a shockwave, which would be devastating to these peasants. But luckily Sky comes away ogre free, and it looks like now Lin is just going to push up into this base, his main base, but leaving these demolishers behind. I don't know why he would want to do that. But maybe to try and split Sky up here between his main and his expo, but playing it well, leaving certain units and bringing others to where they are needed. So good recognition and good play there. It looks like this Shadow Hunter could go down, and is surrounded, and it does go down. Very good bolt, and these 4 militia did surround it. Very good micro right there by Sky, and I'm sure Lin saw that coming, and it looks like this Blade Master might go down. It's taking very heavy damage, but he does win walk away, and Sky does not have any dust left. So that will get away, and he may Tavern his Shadow Hunter if he still wants to keep this push on, but that's going to be a lot more gold than if he were to just revive it at his altar. So we'll see what he chooses to do here. He is expoing, so I don't think he wants to end this game right now. And it looks like he does have 2 more Stormbolts, so this Raider could go down, but he is blocking it. He does snipe down this one, and it looks like he's going, I believe he got another bash off on it, and it barely gets away. We could see a bolt go off on it, but that is kind of a waste, just because it's such low health, and it could do much more damage. But I don't know, it's debatable right there, because the experience is experience, and he really wants to get rid of this expo, which is understandable. It looks like this raider will go down, so does this troll priest, and this troll berserker being heavily fired, and it looks like the zeppelin does come in. We could see some zeppelin micro here, but these units taking such heavy damage, and if they are netted, that he will not be able to use the zeppelin anyway. Does pick up 2 weak units, and he's taking a lot of damage here. I think he should just take this raider and get out, but he doesn't even have the mana for this. And now the zeppelin netted, and bringing in 5-6 militia, and realizing it is a lost hope. He should not be here, and he will TP out. So good defense there by Lin. Sky unable to take down the expo, could not capitalize on catching Lin kind of off guard, and these 3 demolishers actually dealing a lot of damage to these riflemen. And it looks like Lin's just going to be creeping here while scouting things out with his Blade Master, which is now level 4, and Sky is still on his 1 Mountain King, which is now level 4. He did pull these ogres with his, and is using his towers as well. That's kind of unorthodox, excuse me, because if a guard tower kills a creep, if any building of any sort kills a creep, you will not get experience for it. So kind of risky, but it did pay off as he did get the experience. But I'm not sure which item he got. I believe it did drop a Book of the Dead, but I think the Blade Master picked it up, or Sky did sell it. So if it was this Book of the Dead, good play there by Lynn, because those skeletons can do a lot of damage, especially with their piercing damage that the skeleton archers have, and they do a lot of tanking. So yeah, nice drop, and it looks like these do so much damage. Just look how they hack away at that town hall. He's gonna be doing that while creeping, and now is gonna come over when his creep is done, and he has to put so many peasants just to keep it alive. And we might see the expo of Sky go down here, and it looks like he's focusing this BM, now just bolting it, now going after that raider. But that that healing wave, excuse me, doing wonders. And oh wow, oh this is interesting. The Mountain King was surrounded, and now the Zeppelin is being destroyed, and he does let it go at the last second, I believe, because if he hadn't, he would have been, and the Mountain King does go down. And this is really bad for Sky, because he has all these vulnerable rifles and nothing to tank for it. And you can see he uses Book of Summons here, and 2 rifles down now, and this Goblin Shredder even being put to work, and this is going to be the 3rd one, and these demolishers very low. It looks like all of them have been destroyed, and now microing. He did get a Blood Mage. He could have used Banish earlier if only he had got it a little bit earlier. It looks like 2 more rifles did go down, and all of those militia did go down. It looks like this Shredder will be destroyed as well, yes. And earlier about the stun, if a unit is actually, I'm not sure about this. If a unit is in a shredder, a Zeppelin, excuse me, and the Zeppelin is destroyed, he will have this stun effect on him. But I think that might only be if the unit is taken down while in the air, and I don't think being netted counts as being in the air. So we did not see a stun on the Mountain King, but it was pretty much irrelevant as it did go down anyway. So that's what I was kind of thinking about there. And you can see the skeleton warriors summoned by the Book of Summons, excuse me, and they last a very long time. And you could see they do more damage than ghouls, I believe. I believe ghouls are 12 to 14. Not positive, don't have that memorized yet. And it looks like a level 5 Blade Master, I believe he got that during that huge tiff, and we see that the Shadow Hunter is almost level 4, and level 3 already. He was level 2 before that battle. Level 3 means that he does have level 2 healing wave, which does so much healing to units. And it looks like he's trying to put up a workshop, probably for mortars, to cancel out these demolishers, but it looks like he wasn't even able to get that up. And to be honest with you guys, it's not looking too hot for Sky here, as Lynn does have this expo up unopposed, and Skies is taking